Maybe. I like it. It's really saved me a lot. I started doing Bigo a year after my dad had passed away. And I met a lot of really beautiful people on there. I agree. I'm lucky, I think. Because he was such a beautiful person. When he was sober, he was just the best. And I'm glad he tried again with me. He really tried his best with me. I wish my siblings got that same approach. You know. My grandfather too was a simple man. I had a lot of wise words to offer. Yeah. Yeah, mine too. Simple. But yeah, I think it's because of him. I like things like that. Simple. He just really helped me embrace the natural beauty of things, you know what I mean? My mom would tell me all the time that my dad found trash beautiful, but I didn't perceive it that way, you know? He just was able to make something out of nothing and appreciate things just for what they were, you know? I always liked that about him. Hi, Mike's so cool. I love that. Filani, that's how my dad was too. When did your dad pass away? Oh, right. I remember you telling me. Oh, no, that wasn't you. I'm sorry. I was thinking of somebody else. But my dad, too, he passed away from COVID. He was much older and compromised already. That's what put him in the hospital. Well, you're doing great now. I know for sure he would be proud of you. Thank you. Thank you. My dad it seemed like I could always make him happy, really. Which I'm actually, I think I'm lucky, because I hear a lot of people talk about their parents. They feel like they could never please them. But my dad, I don't feel like that was how it was with him, thankfully. He let me just be myself, you know? He just didn't put a lot of pressure on me, and I think that's, I don't know, that's given me a lot of freedom to be able to push my own self, I think. Same with my mom. I mean, it took her a while until I got older. But yeah, I think it helped a lot, not putting a lot of pressure on me, letting me find my own way. He was like that. But yeah, it was a very hard loss for me. I was about 22. I had just turned 23 a couple months after he passed away. I felt like at the time I still really needed him really bad. You know what I mean? He had just gotten sober for that last 7 years that he was alive, and I felt like I was finally able to like get to know him. You know, because as I had finally gotten older, I was able to like bear more conversations with him, and not bear, but just be able to be more present and actually have like a good understanding of things, to like have real in-depth conversations with him as I finally had gotten older. And that couldn't take place until I was about like, you know, well, he had gotten sober by the time I was like 16, you know, but I didn't really start asking him questions about himself or my life until it started to challenge me, you know, at 18, 19, 20, 21, you know. And that last year, I really didn't get to see him a lot because everybody was on lockdown, you know, so we only had about like a 4-year relationship of, you know, real conversation. So I felt like when he passed away, I didn't get enough time to like really, not necessarily time, just it felt like at a bad time. Like I wish I almost happened when I was older, so I could still keep asking him things I would have asked him, you know, within this last 3 years, 4 years. Things that would have came up in my life that would have been crucial, but he gave me, I think, enough, you know, enough. You know, so I'm glad about that. I'm glad about that. How was your dad with you? Did he mention that he was proud of you? I wish you could have met him. He's such a nice person. He's very thoughtful, you know. Very thoughtful, but he had been tried. You know what I mean, Vilani? He had really been tried. He was, I don't think you really get too far without trying things in life. Being tried by other people and you trying things in life, you know. He was willing to take a risk and experience his life, to learn lessons hard. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he did for me, to be able to help me out and tell me right from wrong, you know, from his experience, you know. I'm glad too. And I don't mean to ask about your father and pry. I'm sorry if it's too much for you to talk about. You don't have to answer anything I ask you. It's a lot. Sometimes when everybody's in a public space. Yeah, I really tried my best to get to know him again. No, it's not. He was a teacher, a boarding school master. Wow. He was smart. Did he make you go to boarding school? No, he spent time with a lot of other kids too, yeah. Right. He probably could have been a figure for those children too as well. Maybe like, if they didn't have a father in their life, you know, just someone to look to, you know, up to maybe. You never know. I don't know how he talked to his students, but who knows how impactful he might have affected those young people as well, you know. Sometimes it takes people, one good teacher, to be able to change their mind about themselves and their life, you know what I mean? Who knows what he might have helped kids get through. A lot of them showed up at his funeral. Oh, that's sweet. So he was a very impactful person, you know. And that says a lot for somebody who wants to commemorate them after they pass away, you know, and show condolence. So he sounds like he was a big deal, you know. Yeah. That's nice. I'm sorry, I have to grab something. That's so nice. And it sounds so, you know, it's like so complimentary, you know. Like when you come in here and tell me about something that you can recognize about my father, how I describe him, and you didn't meet him, and it's probably, you know, 30 minutes, you know, of me recording it and putting it on YouTube, and you being able to grasp that, you know. I feel like I can grasp just a little bit of how your dad was, you know. And that says a lot, you know. At school, most parents just leave their kids even if they're well behaved and don't spend time with them. So I guess he got to be the father figure. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. I went to public school. Where I live, so we didn't have anything like that. That takes a lot of energy for somebody to have to do that for a lot of kids. Not that he had to, but you know what I mean? He's giving a part of his time and his energy to those kids that might feel, not necessarily disconnected, but just a little bit out of touch because they're so far from home, you know? And that sounds like a lot of people. You know, it's a lot to do it for someone other than your own children, you know, even if it's just one person. So your dad had a compassionate heart, you know, to be patient enough with them and give them time of day. That's nice. He sounds, very selfless, you know? That's nice. Did you go to a boarding school yourself or no? Hi, Punisher. Yes, as I said, he was a simple man. Yeah. That's beautiful. Would you describe yourself as the same? Because it's words more than anything from our dad that really has meaning in our life more than money and or presents. Yeah, it makes you full in life, you know what I mean? Like wealthy with character and knowledge. You know, understanding. My dad always emphasized that with me. Mijita, you have understanding. You have understanding of people. You're compassionate, you know. We would talk like that often. And that's really kept me going, you know what I mean? Because I can remember those things. And because my dad valued those things and knew how important it would affect society, you know, he would help reinstate that no matter what I do, no matter where I am, I'd be okay, you know? He could really see me. So if I have any trials or tribulations, I'd remember if my dad thought I was okay, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Because if he felt that way towards me when I was 16 years old, 14 years old, you know, a little baby, a small child, then I can guarantee he knows I'm fine. Yeah, I agree. And it's nice because they really center me when I remember them, you know what I mean? They help me feel very grounded. And fortunate, because I don't think most people have been able to talk to their parents like that, you know, or have had their parents humble themselves to be able to talk to their children like that. So I feel grateful that I can reflect on those things, and they did come from my father, you know. So I cherish them, really, the things that he said. You know, I know that me and him did not leave on a bad term, and I'm so glad that we didn't have anything that was not resolved, you know. I mean, there may be a few things, you know, but I still understand that where he was coming from and how he was raised and what he had been through. And, you know, he also did apologize to me whenever I was, you know, about 17 years old, you know, for not being there, not being able to be there for me. So, you know, we had long discussions where he had humility and was apologetic, you know, for not being in his right mind. He just wanted to make it right, you know. I know that after everything calmed down, that's all he wanted to do was just make everything right. He knew he couldn't, but he tried. But I'm so glad I got the better half. Because my siblings didn't experience the same thing. A few months before COVID, were being strict on me and all. Right. Oh, I'm sorry. It can like almost drive a wedge sometimes. Because it makes us feel misunderstood, you know. Or limited with, you know, when people put manual parameters on us like that. And it can make us question, or yeah, just maybe feel like they're not going to reach their true potential. Maybe if they feel like they've been limited like that, or not believed in, or, you know, it could go so many ways. It can be hard dealing with that because of him, though. Well, that's good. That's very good. You're clear. You're able to be, you know, remain clairvoyant, you know, and cognizant all the time, and you can withstand life, you know, and not need to evade maybe issues that occur in your life, and you don't feel the need to, you know, maybe avoid them with an unhealthy coping mechanism. It's one thing when you're having fun, but some people really do that so constantly that they never face it, you know, they never face anything that goes wrong with them or their life. And that's very good.